Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe and push the notification bell up there. I've got some updates for you. I'm sorry I'm late. But the 19-year-old pregnant woman that we've been talking about out of Chicago, Marlens Lopez. We're finding out some very gruesome, horrific details. And we've watched this family as they had to deal with having to try to research on their own because they didn't have faith in the police. They felt as if, which a lot of people are complaining about lately, that the police are not doing their jobs when it comes to missing person cases. They feel that police could do so much more, but what we're finding out is they're short-handed. Above are the pictures of the little baby caught up in this story, which I'll tell you more about him. Right now, the baby is alive, but it's in grave danger is what we're being told. The little baby boy is on life support, and we've heard that he's had no brain activity. The little boy was taken to the hospital after a 46-year-old woman on the 4100 block of 77th or West 77th in Chicago come running out of her house with blood on her shirt from the waist up, screaming her baby wasn't breathing. And EMTs fired the fire station. A lot of the emergency crews come out to her aid. It happened to be on the very same day that Marlens went missing. So this is the 23rd of April. We're finding out that that 46-year-old woman has now been arrested in connection to Marlens' death. And what we're hearing is that Marlens had been in contact with the young mother. She actually coaxed her over by offering her free baby clothes and a stroller. And here's some of that conversation here. Marlens Lopez says, "What's your location, hun?" And the 46-year-old says, "I'm on the south side of Chicago by 79th. And if you want to wait a week, my girl has all brand new boy clothes her son never wore." Marlens says, "Yes, girl, that's fine. Thank you so much." And Carla says, "No problem, girl. I know how it is. She was lucky to have 2 baby showers, so she just loves to spread the wealth. I'm fine with help, so inbox me for more information, okay?" Seeing what we're seeing right there, you would think that it would be legitimate and that it sounds like a very friendly, caring person. Seems today that we have a lot of cases happening today where you think these people seem fine, like Chris Watts, but they're not okay. They're far from okay. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of mental health issues, and those mental health issues that aren't being taken care of or recognized and neglected are creating devastating outcomes and actions. Now, last video I addressed communication issues. I had a few negative people on that one, and now I'm addressing mental issues. This has nothing to do with this family whatsoever. If you cannot handle it, move on. But yes, in America, we're dealing with mental issues that are being neglected, which are leading to very devastating acts. Now we finally have pictures of the group of people that were living in that house. So it was Carla, her daughter's boyfriend, and the mother's boyfriend. And here they are, folks. You have Clarissa, her daughter Desiree. I can't even guess how to pronounce the boyfriend's name. So yeah, police released the identities and the photos of the 3 people arrested in the connection with Mrs. Ochoa's death. So Clarissa, the 46-year-old, has been charged with 1 felony count and of a first-degree murder, and on a felony account of aggravated battery of a child less than 13 years old for her role in the death of Miss Ochoa. Desiree, her daughter, who is 24 years old, also faces the exact same charges. As for the male, he has been charged with 1 felony count of conceal of a death of a person and 1 felony count to conceal a homicide death. Now what we're hearing is the 46-year-old lost a son just a few years ago, and he is in his 20s and he died of natural causes. I'm gonna get the details more on that. So according to this article, so the Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson told reporters that Clarissa, one of the murder suspects, had lost her son in 2017. Her son, who was in his 20s, died of natural causes. And yeah, that's what I thought. And according to this article, they asked him, what did they plan to do with the child that they removed from Ochoa's womb? And Johnson says he couldn't speculate. Only they knew that we assumed she was going to raise the child as her own. Now, police plan to look through Facebook and investigate whether Clarissa and her daughter attempted to lure other people to their house in the future or in the past. And I think that's a good idea that they do that. But they speculate that it appears from our interviews that this is the first time that they did this. Now, when police did finally get the warrant and search the house, police found bleach, burned clothes, and cleaning solutions at the crime scene. So police say they discovered bleach and cleaning solutions at the home where they found Marlene Ochoa Lopez's body, according to detectives and deputies. During the search on their property, police found Miss Lopez's body in a trash can, as well as the device used to strangle her, he said. It was a coax cable. Sorry, guys. They also discovered blood in several places throughout the home, as well as remnants of burned clothing. And we don't have a lot of details right now, but they are saying that Clarissa's boyfriend is charged with the concealment of a crime, and that Miss Lopez was strangled with a coax cable, police said, then dumped in a trash can, which I believe they said they found in a garage. I don't know. Police wouldn't say how Ochoa, her baby, was removed from her body, and I'm sure that's out of respect for the family right now. There's not that many options anyways. They said her grieving family is still hoping for a miracle that her baby is currently in grave condition, and but they're hoping the baby, which is a boy, I'm sorry guys, will pull through. I remember picking this story up and we couldn't get media to take it, and that's why I took this story. I usually try to take a lot of stories that I feel are not getting enough attention and throw them in between those bigger stories, hoping to draw attention to them. And I remember taking this story, and I had this feeling where, I've heard of fetal abduction. I felt that could be a possibility. Just like with Jasmine Robinson, she's still missing. She's not even getting the coverage she deserves. And then you have another girl out of Chicago that is also pregnant and missing. But we have a serious problems, and it's like I mentioned, it's not just here. I've talked to people in other countries, and they are also experiencing very evil attacks. And before I forget, guys, I want to go ahead and let you know, if you have been keeping up with the Bonnie Webb story, that's also low profile that I've tried to get out there, and I pushed it. They just located her body 2 miles away from her truck, and I'm trying to get that story out, but I just haven't had time, so forgive me on that one. So it's not like, I did put a lot of time in these, and you don't really get paid for most of these that you put out. They won't monetize them because they consider them, kind of controversial or kind of gory, I guess. And they don't really monetize most of everything I put out. But anyways, so I try to do as much as I can to try to help people when I can, and I put a lot of time in this. It takes a lot of time to create these things. But what I want to do is I want to send my blessings out to this family, and I want to say, if you are out there and you know that somebody is pregnant in your family, or you know somebody is pregnant, or you're pregnant, guys, do not ever meet up with a stranger, no matter how sweet they sound. I'm going to say it again in this video. Take somebody with you always if you're going to go meet people. Stop trusting strangers. It's sad to say that we have to be careful to trust whether somebody's being helpful or if they're being crazy. And like I mentioned, we have a huge mental crisis in this nation. There's no help for these people who are suffering mentally. And the longer we let these people go without help, the more we're going to see things like this. Anyways, guys, it's getting late, and I need to try to get this story out. My phone's 23%. Just got back from the doctor, and I want to try to eat some dinner. So I want to say blessings to you guys. I sure hope a miracle for this baby, and I think maybe there's a chance. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.